Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and variations thereupon. It is 10 a.m., the 7th of June, 2084, and here in the studio we have Dear. Was it?
Darling.
Darling. Now, Darling hails from the very circus that has been taking the world by storm. Yes, that's right. The Gallia and Macquarie World Ring. And the most fascinating thing about this circus is now isn't even the animatronic fights. The rare wildlife they're renowned for. They even have elephants. Nor the incredible acrobatic shows we saw last year that were having spectators flooding through the tents in the millions. It's the sideshow acts, that's right. The acts that have been traditionally reserved for only the darkest corners of the circus. I'm talking about a brand new wave of circus freaks coming through from the very finest in genetic artists and body sculptures that are just so different that they really do take your breath away. And I've got to say, Darling here does just that. Now tell me, Darling, who made you?
Well, it was a combined effort of Sophie McIntyre, Catriona Worrell, and Lara Gallia.
Lara Gallia? From the name of your circus? You were made by one of your founders?
Actually, I was made by all three of them.
What an honor! So, I've heard your creators come from many different backgrounds. What was each person in charge of? Or did they just take a piece of your DNA and go wild with it?
Well, Sophie McIntyre and Catriona Worrell were primarily tasked with the construction of my body, including making my hollow spine, shaping me with fillers, and sewing me up from a print of various skin samples. Lara Gallia was in charge of my nervous system. She programmed my body to function correctly and connected up all of my nerves so that I can breathe.
You breathe through those little patches on your head and tail growth, am I right?
Yes, I do.
It sure looks like hard work.
Yeah. I have to stop moving and rest, as it takes up a lot of energy. That's why I can't move very fast.
Why would top genetic manipulators make you like this? I don't understand.
They wanted me to be imperfect, to face some of the struggles that no normal person will ever face. My career relies on me being different, and nowadays no one faces these problems like struggling to breathe, so they decided that I will.
Now that's really quite interesting. If you don't mind us getting into the more controversial side of your creation. It's been rumoured that, and this is probably nothing more than just a rumour, but I need to ask, are you capable of feeling negative emotions?
Yes.
Feeling like pain? Emotional distress, anger, fear, for example?
Yes.
Did you hear that? Unbelievable.
My creators were all strongly opposed to the transhumanist movement towards super well-being. They were able to obtain preserved genetic material from people who were born as far back as 1996, despite the government's attempts to have all these destroyed once super well-being was made mandatory. As you know, several radical artists around the world also obtained similar preserved material from labs before they were shut down.
Why did they call you Darling?
Because they wanted audiences to see me as sweet and innocent despite my appearance. They became strongly attached to me during my creation, and they wanted to remind everyone that I'm not just a weird animal, I am human.
The word human is really rather an odd term, more often used at the very start of the century. Are you really human?
I am only human was once a saying to explain away a person's imperfections, back when we had them. I have them. In fact, I have even more imperfections than a human was expected to have. I'm even worse off than they were. So in a way, I'm an exaggeration of what it means to be human. My creators felt that, in a world where everyone is perfect and unable to feel pain, large parts of our personalities will never see the light. So they created me, really, just to bring a little of that lost humanism back.